I'm back again.
Greetings, everybody. Another episode of Van Silk, Not in My House. You can go to rumble.com, hit Van Silk, youtube.com, Van Silk. But I want to speak on something that means a lot to me. And the situation with the Breakfast Club. I understand that over the last year, we've seen Jess Hilarious going in, hosting the Breakfast Club, trying out. Claudia Jordan trying out. And they brought in other people to try out. But here's the problem. Jess Hilarious is 31 years old. Envy, Charlamagne is 46. Have the age gap outgrown the Breakfast Club where when BET made a change, brought in younger hosts to host the show, and brought in younger hosts because the generational gap has changed. When you look at the Breakfast Club, between Charlamagne, Envy, and Angela Yee, they were between between the age of 45 to 48 years old. Jess Hilarious is 31. But when Claudia Jordan came in to host the episodes in these reels, she flew in from Dallas. Claudia's 50. She knows a lot of people. She's been on radio, Dallas. She's been on Ricky Smiley's show. She has a long resume of knowing people. You can't get younger artists in on the Breakfast Club to understand how the business works. So in order for the Breakfast Club to work, either you got to change everything, younger hosts, new hosts, in the 30-year age bracket, or you get a Claudia Jordan. Angie Martinez in New York radio, she's 53 years old. Ricky Smiley in Atlanta, what was he, 53, 55? If the Breakfast Club going to stay with Charlamagne and Envy, then Claudia Jordan need to have that spot. Because the generational gap is not going to get lower. The analytics and the algorithms are not going to work. The young kids are going to academics. The young kids are going to Kardashian. That's where they're going. That's what they're visiting. They don't care about morning radio. This is a different generation. They'll go and watch Adam at No Jumper. They'll go to Clubhouse and listen to Whack 100. Okay, they'll go to Sub-Zero late at night. They'll go to Choke No Joke. The morning radio don't mean nothing to these young kids that's listening. We all go to Country Wayne. Question is, and Country Wayne is not even an interview on radio, but it's what the young generation watch. I asked this of the Breakfast Club. If you're going to stick with Charlamagne and Envy, Claudia Jordan should be your first presidential piece, because now you can still get intellectual interviews, and she know how to interview people. Jess Hilarious knew how to interview people, but she's of a younger generation, and she got into it with Sexy Red didn't want to talk to her while she was on the air. So that's not a good sign. But what I'm just trying to say is, I've been in hip-hop since 1977. I've been in this business of entertainment longer than everybody. The Breakfast Club has a core audience. Claudia Jordan is already on Fox Soul with TGA, with Al Reynolds. You know, Funky Denise was no longer there. But the whole point is she's been in radio. why aren't we championing for her to get that third slot? Angela Yee has her own show on the same station. She's 48, going on 49. Don't make this a women age bracket thing. Please don't do that. Because that is something that will be investigated. That's like profiling a person because of their age. If Envy is 46 and Charlamagne is 45 and Claudia is 50, it's no different than Angela Yee being 48. Now, if you want to go into the analytics and everything, okay, Claudia got almost 700,000 followers. Charlamagne, I think he's at 5 million. Envy, I don't know, he's at 2. But Jess Hilarious is at 4.5. But if you go and look at the Breakfast Club, they only, 2 million in Instagram followers? They should be at 10 million. So maybe there's some people over at Instagram that's not doing their job. But that shouldn't matter. What should matter is how smart we can do a great interview. So as we sit back and watch Claudia Jordan, Breakfast Club reel, need you to hit the Breakfast Club, and since it looked like Jess Hilarious will not be there, Claudia Jordan should have that spot. This is Van Silk, Not in My House with Van Silk on YouTube. Subscribe, support. And make sure you go to Claudia Jordan Life with Claudia Jordan YouTube channel because she deserved that spot. Y'all have a blessed day.
Who is it that you have not worked with, or that you're like a dream collaboration if you haven't done it already? Is there someone out there that you're like, look, this would be like it for me?
Yeah, who haven't you worked with? You done work with damn near everybody.
Yeah, I ain't worked with Cole yet. I want to work with Cole.
J. Cole.
I'm a huge fan of J. Cole.
I'm sure he's listening right now, J. Cole.
I'm a huge fan of J. Cole. I'm a huge fan of Jid.
Jid.
Jid is crazy.
Shout out to Jid. Jid is crazy too.
Big shout to Jid. Huge fan of Drake. Love to work with Drake. Huge fan of, there's a singer, I love Friday's work. There's a young lady, what's her name, Coco Jones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Coco Jones.
Coco Jones is incredible
so
to me.
dope.
She's incredible to me. I'm a huge fan of Janelle Monáe, too. And they got a new artist out. I forget his name, but he sound like Marvin Gaye.
That's October.
London?
Yeah,
Yep.
He sounds so crazy. Yo,
so dope.
So crazy. Like, dude is, I only heard the one song. It cut deep.
Go to his page and just follow him. He is amazing. His
brother
sound,
is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And you know who else, too? I can't front. Toby and Wigwe.
Toby and Wigwe, yeah.
He's incredible
He's
to
dope.
me.
He dope.
Big up to Toby.
He's dope.
Love, dude. Oh, by the way, let me take a second to just big up my brother Bun B. You know what I'm saying? A record that we did on the album
with the baby,
on Blockbuster with the baby and T-Pain. Big up to Bun B for clearing it. Rest in peace to Pimp C.
Of course.
Salute to Zero. Big up Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I think Hove had something to do with the song too.
Yep.
But, and whoever the producer is, big every last one of them up. But Bun B, you know, that's who I interact with frequently. And Bun B, I just want to thank him for blessing me with the clearance. I want to thank Bun B for the big up that he just gave recently on the Twitter and just shouted us with how proud he felt we did with all three of us, and he called it the trifecta.
That's dope. With
me and T-Pain and the baby. And big up the baby and big up T-Pain. And big up every damn body on my album. Big them up. My kids, Quavo. I'm going to get into the whole shout-out list after we finish running through some more of these songs. But, yeah, man, those is the names that I'm feeling right now. I'm leaving out a couple, but off the top, that's where it's at.
Okay.
I'm back again.
Tyrese demands his ex-wife Samantha Lee to change her last name. Tyrese shared a clip from an interview he recently did. In the clip, he says that he never spent $20,000 on his daughter when he was with his ex-wife, so he refuses to pay that now in child support. He also brought up the fact that she is financially comfortable herself and that she was the one who chose to leave him. The caption was, fellas, if you still want to be married or have a girl for Christmas, keep her away from this interview. My girl is mad at me about the podcast. After 5 months, she pulled out the vibrator and used it last night.
We didn't have to hear all that, Tyrese. But I will say this. I thought they had, I thought they signed.
They signed a prenup.
Yeah, I thought they signed a prenup.
So,
which a prenup I thought would state what they get, what happens if they get a divorce. So I don't understand how these cases, supersede the prenup.
I'm going to call Cap on this.
Okay.
Okay, because I had a conversation with Samantha, and she said, I'm only fighting for him to go with the prenup. Like, just go with what's in the prenup. I'm not asking for anything more or less. And she's like, this is all BS. It's $20,000 a month. She said it's all BS. Now, that's what she told me. I haven't spoken to him about it. I don't know him like that, but I spoke to her. And she said she's just fighting for him to keep his word and just honor the prenup that they had because it was all spelled out.
Oh, he's going to give you some bars later on then.
Well,
Tyrese is going to give you some bars later on.
Tyrese, I'm not worried about you giving me bars because we can have bars back and forth.
Okay.
You're not a rapper, neither am I, so we can just have bars. Okay. But I'm just going by what your ex-wife told me that you probably still want. All right, following the interview, Samantha shared this message on Instagram.
I'ma call this one, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Y'all, once you learn what someone is capable of, you have to handle them a little different. DMX said this and it resonated with me. He said it's too hard not to trust people. Instead, he trusts people to be who they are. He trusts a snake to be a snake. He trusts a liar to lie. He trusts someone who cheats to cheat. I can forgive you for what you've done. And I thank you for showing me what you're capable of. Because now I know how to handle you. And it will be irresponsible of me to give you the same kind of access, knowing what I know now.
Well, of course, Tyrese wasn't going to let that ride, so he took to his social media and he said she wants to be famous. She wants the clout. She had the whole baby and faked a whole marriage to get a bag. 3 law firms later, just hear her out, guys, please. He's like, Zelly and I are over here decorating the tree, blah, 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 blah. And he wants his last name back, and he says, your trash birth name, Samantha Swallenberg. And yeah, he went on and on.
She said your trash birthday. That's crazy.
I don't like when you proclaim your love for someone, you get mad at one thing, and then it's everything. Was it trash when you were telling us how she was your Nubian queen? Was it trash?
Yeah, well, that's how relationships are. And I wish that they would stay behind the scenes. Some of the things we don't need to see, especially when you have children involved. Yes. I hate the fact that they have to go back and forth because their child's going to see it one day. And they're going to see mom don't like dad, dad don't like mom. And just a nasty situation where that child is going to wind up leaning towards one side because of the fights that they're doing. And that's not healthy for that child. So I hope they get it together.
Bless their hearts, I will say. Tyler James Williams shuts down gay rumors. Yeah, if you're not familiar with that.
Who's Tyler James Williams? Who's that?
Apparently, a guy who said he's not
so
gay.
Disrespectful, yo.
Who is that?
First of all, that's Chris from Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, is it saying
And
that
he's a teacher on Abbott Elementary. I forgot his name on Abbott Elementary.
So it seems
now I know who he is.
So fans have been focusing on, trying to figure out his sexuality rather than talk about his art.
Really?
But he's just like, basically, so I'm not gay, but stop trying to figure out if I am. And when y'all do that, you're stopping people from expressing themselves, like we talked about earlier. What are your thoughts?
Charlamagne?
That's too much to be telling somebody. If I ain't gay, I just ain't gay. I ain't about to sit around and explain.
It's a bit of a long.
Yeah, I'm not doing all of that. I respect it. If he chose to, express it in that way. But if you're not gay, you're just not gay.
He also went on to say being straight does not look one way. Being gay doesn't look one way. And what may seem like harmless fun in a conversation may
That's what me and Drake be trying to tell y'all. Being straight don't look one way. Right? That's all we be trying to explain.
Well, how does it look these days? Because I don't know.
Nobody knows. That's the whole point. Being straight is a spectrum.
What's wrong with you?
You can't even keep a straight face right now.
It is. Being straight
is a spectrum. Where are you on the spectrum?
I have no idea.
0 to 10, Charlamagne.
0 to 10 what?
Gay to straight. On the gay to straight meter, what are you on the
spectrum? What is 10? Is 10 straight?
10 is gay as hell. And 0 is, nah, son.
Play my drop, right?
Ain't nothing wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
Say he's about an 8.
If you trust me enough to let me put my lips on your
no, you're not.
I'm going to grip like a pit bull. I'm not f***ing sheep. I'm man first.
I ain't that falling. That's about a 9 right there.
You're off the meter.
Just kiss me and spit it in my mouth.
Okay, that's me.
See, that's you. I know where you at. See what I'm saying? Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, Happy Pride Month.
You're both 10s. Okay.
Jesus.
We gay, who cares?
Where you get all those from, man?
See, how come when I asked for my drop, you had to search for it a little bit, but you had all of those on deck, right?
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. That's all Chat GPT anyway.
Yeah, that's all that was me.
Charmaine,
AI.
this is a safe place.
That wasn't me.
That's AI, Claude.
There's a woman that's been charged with manslaughter after giving illegal butt injections to a model that was a Kim K lookalike. Y'all seen her?
They
I
still
seen
doing
that.
that to people?
Yeah, I seen that. She died. Yeah, she looked very close to Kim, but her
The face.
boobs were like
The face.
quadruple whatever.
The face.
EF, I don't know. They was humongous.
She had the really, really small waist, huge butt, huge boobs. The face looked like her.
A little bit, yeah.
But she looked ridiculous. Vivian Gomez, 50 years old, was arrested at a Fort Lauderdale airport and charged with 2 felonies, involuntary manslaughter, and practicing medicine with no license. So these people just take not even a weekend course. They just kind of just get a hold of some stuff. We don't know what she was injected with. The family put up a GoFundMe to raise money for the funeral.
That's crazy.
And I can't believe women are still doing this.
Word. I remember when Cardi B came up here years ago. I'm talking about years ago. I think she had just started on Love and Hip Hop. Remember, she was on Breakfast Club and she said, I could die any minute because I don't know what's in me or something like that.
Yeah, because she said she went to a basement in the Bronx or in Queens or something like that.
I just remember she had
I remember
some
that.
butt injections.
And I know a lot of people do that. They go to because they can't afford it. They can't afford the procedure, so they go there and get a $500 shot and $700 shot. I know a lot of dancers were doing that at one time, but it's sad because people are dying.
I never got into the whole big butt thing, and I just don't get the importance of it. And half these people the rest of their life is in shambles. A lot of them, right? Teeth
That's
jacked
crazy.
up.
But we come from a different era, though. We born and raised in the 1900s. But you was in an Uncle Luke video, Claudia.
I sure was.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look it up. Bounce to the beat.
See?
You try to put me on blast just now.
No.
Well, you said, why we say that? Because
you didn't need all of that back then. You just need to be pretty.
Okay.
That's it.
The 90s was about a pretty face.
That's right.
And everybody looked different. Now
That's
everybody
right.
looks the same, and it's all about a butt and big fake boobs.
They all look like ants.
Yeah, but what do you do when you put those enhancements and then you get a little older and you gain a little weight and then that's those enhancements on top of weight and it just looks
nuts. And this girl had a
horrible.
heart attack. People having heart attacks in
Wow.
their 20s because of this stuff.
That's
It gets
crazy.
in your bloodstream, and then it's a wrap.
Dang.
All right, Andre 3000's Flute album outsells several mainstream rappers. Andre 3000 released an album recently, and it wasn't what most rap fans were expecting. It was an album with no rapping, just him playing the flute. Now, some fans expressed their disappointment on social media, sharing that they wanted bars from Dre 3000 after waiting almost 17 years for an album. But it turns out he doesn't need bars because his flute album outsold several rap albums' first week of sales that were released this year. And here's whose albums he outsold for the week: Ice Spice, Nas, Lil Wayne, French Montana, and Kodak Black.
Oh, congratulations.
Just name a few. Yeah.
Congratulations to Andre 3000. Drop a bomb for Andre 3000. I mean, I will say this. Some people will be like, as soon as Andre 3000 pops up on your title, your Spotify or your Apple Music, you're going to click it because you're going to think it's new music. But you have to listen, and somebody told me this yesterday, you have to listen to an album 10 times for it to be one sale. So people are actually listening to it. I tried to listen to it. Did you listen to it?
Not yet.
I couldn't get jiggy with it.
I heard people you don't like it?
The first song, it took the flute a long time to come in, pause. And I was waiting for a minute. And by that time, I was already out the zone.
So you wanted the flute sooner?
Yeah, applause. But I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to give it another chance. But I couldn't get jiggy with I love Andre 3000. I love him as a rapper, though. And that's just not my thing. And, and it's going to be some things for some people and some. I didn't hear everybody bumping it on their way to Thanksgiving dinner. I didn't hear DJs mixing it. I didn't hear. But I guess it's one of those things you relax, you put it on when you're just trying to meditate or get in the mood. I just wasn't in that mood this week.
Well, I guess he's talking about being evolved, like he can't rap about the things he used to anymore.
Correct.
Which he's actually aware of that. You still have some 40, 50-year-old people that still talk like they still in the streets in their 20s, right?
Right, that's true.
I'm going to try to give it a listen.
I'll try again.
Our girl Tiffany Hadish is seeking help after her second DUI. She was arrested early Friday morning after the Beverly Hills Police Department received a call about her car stopped in the middle of the Beverly Drive, with the driver appearing to be asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, I'm very nervous and very concerned about Tiffany Hadish. Of course, she's a friend to the room. We're not friends. I don't speak to her often unless she's up here, but it scares me, right? And the reason I say it scares me is this is like, I think, the second DUI. And it's just telling me that she's not making great decisions after drinking. And the problem with that is I look at former WWE Sunny, who's actually in the WWE Hall of Fame just yesterday. She was sentenced to 17 years in prison for a manslaughter case. Allegedly, she was driving, she was drunk, she crashed into the back of a car, and the person that she crashed into died.
But this wasn't her first time, right?
But that wasn't her first time. She had previously been arrested at least 6 times prior for impaired driving. So that's why they gave her so much time, 17 years. But, you think about it, she was arrested 6 times prior. This is number 2 for Tiffany Hadish. Like, this is when whoever her friends in the industry are, or whoever's going out with her, whether it's a stylist, a best friend, whoever it may be, need to be like, nah, B, you can't drive. Nah, B, we taking an Uber tonight. Nah, B, we getting car service. Because we don't want to see, somebody that we love so much and that we appreciate so much get into a situation where they go to jail or kill somebody or kill themselves.